Give them a second to load into the courtroom, just one more second, and then you can go ahead and open the court. I think that's pretty much, oh shoot, my stuff is on my desk on the fourth floor. In my, it's sitting right on my desk. It says Monday. It'll have a white sheet on it that say Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, can you grab it for me? Here, Dion, put my coat in there while you go.
Okay.
All right, officer, you can go ahead and open court.
Welcome all. 36th District Court, State of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Judge Shannon A. Holmes presiding. During the Zoom court proceeding, there will be no gum chewing, eating, drinking, smoking, or talking. Also, you're required to be dressed appropriately for court. No do-rags, hats, pajamas, low-cut tops, spaghetti string tops, or underclothes should be visible. If you have any additional electronic devices, please silence them or turn them off now. Thank you all in advance for your compliance, and good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, and good morning to everyone. Good to see you on this morning. Officer, if you could shift that camera for me. And then I don't have my docket. You have a docket I can just hold on to for a second? Is that Monday?
Yes.
All right. Okay, very good. I'll give it back to her. All right, very good. Let me start on this morning by having the attorneys place your appearance on the record, please.
Yes, good morning, Judge. Thank you. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Reed. Your motion is granted. Mr. Fikens?
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894. I too would make a similar motion.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted as well. Let me have the case managers place your appearance on the record. Let's start with Mr. Griffin, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of the Probation Department.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Griffin. Ms. Cleveland.
Good morning, Your Honor. Toshi Cleveland, Case Manager for 36th District Court Drug Treatment Court.
Good morning, Ms. Cleveland. And then Mr. Yancey.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of 36th Court, Sobriety Court.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Yancey. Ms. Robbs.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ebony Robbs, Drug Treatment Court Case Manager.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Robbs. I want to start this morning with the jail. I believe that's Ms. Horenstein. Good morning, Ms. Horenstein.
Good morning.
All right. I have case number 200445701. Ms. Horenstein, please state your full name for the record.
Stephanie Arlette Hornstein.
Thank you, and good morning again to you. How are you this morning?
I'm okay.
Okay. Are you ready to do the work that you need to do, Ms. Horenstein?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you ready to do it the way that we're going to decide that you're going to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Ms. Cleveland? I'm sorry, Mr. Reed or Mr. Fikens, do either of you need to go into a breakout room with Ms. Horenstein?
Oh, Your Honor.
Please mute your phone if it's not your hearing. I appreciate you. All right, Mr. Reed or Mr. Fikens?
No, Your Honor.
No, Judge, we staffed her case last week and we talked about her situation in detail. We understand that there is a recommendation. Also, we understand that there's some, she has some additional cases over at Third Circuit that may hinder what we want to do, but we want to help Ms. Horenstein and we want to help her as quickly as possible. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Cleveland, update us on where we are with respect to Ms. Horenstein, please.
I've spoken with Miss Alice Johnson, and we are still trying to have a discussion for her space that's being held at Sanctum House. But I do understand.
Ms. Cleveland, you're fading in and out.
Okay, let's see. Can you hear me now, Your Honor?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I apologize, but
Thank you.
I've had a conversation with Miss Alice Johnson, and can you hear me now?
You keep fading in and out though, but go ahead.
Okay, I apologize. So what I've talked to Miss Alice Johnson about is her possibly going into Sanctum House, and
Back to the office.
that they also wanted to know if they could speak to her in a breakout room. But I don't think they're on the camera now. But if not, then I've already had a conversation with the sheriffs, the Wayne County sheriffs, and they know that your order is for her to go into a substance abuse treatment facility. So they are prepared to put her on the 1-800 number if that's what is going to be ordered today. So Sanctum House wanted to talk to her because it's a specific type of substance abuse and treatment facility that's targeted. And both Alice Johnson and I do believe that it might be a good facility for her to return to once she is released from custody and has to begin her substance abuse treatment again. However, Naomi's Nest is a facility that is also an option for her, and they will pick up from the Wayne County Jail.
All right, and so Miss Cleveland, do you know what the status is with respect to bond on her Third Circuit Court case?
I had a conversation this morning with the Wayne County Jail, and they said that they don't see yet that there is a scheduled hearing. I tried to call the court on Friday. They asked me to call them back today, later on today, because the judge of record had not had a chance to see the violation incident report yet. So that was Friday afternoon. So I won't be able to call them again until after court this morning.
Okay, very good. And so I will continue. Ms. Horenstein, did you hear everything that Ms. Cleveland stated?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and so Ms. Horenstein, I'm not able to just keep the jail on, waiting for someone from Sanctum to get on and to have a conversation with Ms. Horenstein unless you can reach out to them fairly quickly. And so, because, yeah, she's at the Wayne County Jail.
Yes.
But I did indicate, Ms. Horenstein, that what I was going to do was because I'm more interested in you getting help than being in jail. And so what I'm going to do is reduce your bond to a $500 personal bond. However, the stipulation is, or one of the terms and conditions of your bond is that you can only be released to inpatient treatment. And so that's what I want. And I need to find out what that inpatient treatment will be, and hopefully we can find that out on today and get you processed to get you out of there and into treatment. Now, Ms. Horenstein, what I will tell you is that I think that Sanctum House, and we talked about this in staffing, is an appropriate fit for you. I do. I also believe that you may, because of the specifics of that particular location, that you may have some issues with whether or not you should be there. I want to assure you that I believe it's a good fit, that I believe it can help, you can be helped there, not just to get through this program, but you can be helped to be able to cope with life in general, for life after this program. And so I really want to urge you to accept that invitation to go to Sanctum House. Naomi's Nest is a wonderful program as well, but I believe that you need some specialized attention, and I know that Sanctum House can give that to you. Okay?
Okay.
All
Can I
right.
ask a question?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
So what about my belongings still that I have? Remember I told you I have my birth certificates, I have all my paperwork stuff over at transitional, what are they gonna do with
Genesis?
it?
Yes. Ms. Cleveland, did you make some contact with Ms. Kendricks to get that information?
Yes, Your Honor. I did contact Ms. Hendricks, and she is going to secure and lock down her personal items because she knows those are very important, and it took a long time for her to get some of those documents. So that was her assurance to me and to the court that she was going to take care of that stuff. for her.
All right, and then at some point, once we get we know where Miss Hornstein is going, you all will work to get those belongings to her.
Yes, Your Honor, definitely.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right.
Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Do you have any other questions, Miss Hornstein?
No, I pretty much got all the instructions that you said for me to do. So basically,
All right.
we can't really do anything until Third Circuit handles it, right? There's nothing really we can do.
Well, I don't know how they're gonna handle it, but I'm going to put my order in place, and maybe, just maybe, they'll give you the opportunity to go to inpatient treatment. I can't dictate or control what that judge decides to do, because you violated their probation, their bond. You violated it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, is there anything you want to say to Ms. Hornstein?
I would just say, Ms. Hornstein, we still support you. We have faith in you. We want to get you in the proper treatment course. It's going to work out. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, and Your Honor, I'd just like to add, Ms. Hornstein, we do have your back on this one, and we're doing the best we can for you. Hang in there. It sounds tough right now. Maybe it even sounds impossible, but you can do it. You can do it.
Thank you.
You can definitely do it. I still believe you can do it. I still believe that you can do it. Okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Cleveland, at some point when you don't have a case, if you could just touch base with Sanctum House, I'd like to get moving on this morning, early this morning, so we can hopefully get her placed. I can't guarantee it'll be today, but we'll certainly, get her placed and have her picked up.
Thank you
Okay?
so much, Your Honor, I will.
All right, and so who's with you this morning from the Wayne County Jail?
Are you gonna set another court date? I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yes, I am. I'm gonna bring this back. I'd like to see where Ms. Hornstein is by Friday. So let's bring this back on Friday, which is February 5th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. So Ms. Drew, I am giving her a return to court date for Friday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? All right, very good. Let the deputy know we'll send the paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor. We also have Daisha Smith scheduled for review.
Yes, thank you so much. All
You're
right,
welcome.
I have the following matter. I have case number 1706-128-501 for Daisha Smith. Ms. Smith, please state your name.
Daisha Smith.
Good morning, Ms. Smith. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. I'm just ready to get back to Lake Ridge.
I bet you are. I don't know that you're going to Lake Ridge though, ma'am. Yeah, you said they didn't want you there. And so I'm certainly not going to send you someplace where you feel they don't want you. So I don't think that's going to be the fit for you. But I'm going to hear from your case manager on this morning, unless Mr. Reed or Mr. Fikens, you need to go in the breakout room with Ms. Smith, either of you.
No, Judge, thank you. We did staff this case last week. We talked about Ms. Smith. We have some plans in place and some recommendations, and we agree with those recommendations, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Reed. All right, Ms. Robs.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Drug Treatment Court Case Manager. Yes, Your Honor, we had the opportunity to staff Ms. Smith's case, and one of the recommendations, Your Honor, was for Ms. Smith to attend Naomi's Nest. Ms. Smith does need to get on a 1-800 line, Your Honor.
Okay, you said she needs to get on the 1-800 number?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have you made contact with Naomi's Nest yet?
Your Honor, I'm getting ready to contact them. Now, they usually will have someone, once she calls, they always tell me to go towards the 1-800 number and then set up transportation.
All right, very good. So Ms. Smith, did you hear what the recommendation, we had an opportunity to staff your case. I believe it was on Thursday. And so the recommendation that came from the team was that you would go to Naomi's Nest, back to inpatient treatment, to try and work on how we keep getting into this vicious cycle. That's not good for you, and it's certainly not good for your children. And so can I count on you today to get on that 1-800 number and be truthful with them?
Yes, when I leave Naomi's Nest, would I be going back to Lake Ridge?
I guess he was supposed to. I don't know that. Now, I'm curious. Why are you so busy trying to go back to Lake Ridge when you said Mr. Williams said he didn't want you there?
Mr. Williams said he didn't want me there, but Pastor Williams is like, you know, me and Pastor Williams have a good relationship. I can talk to him. I go to court. When I talk, I don't really talk to Jonathan. Jonathan was upset about the situation that happened over the weekend. So what he said was primarily out of anger, but I enjoy Lake Ridge. I don't feel like it's a bad place for me. And
I understand that, Ms. Smith, but you know what? You might be enjoying Lake Ridge a little bit too much because you continue to go to jail from Lake Ridge. So maybe that's not a good fit for you. I don't know. We're going to take it one day. I don't know. We'll take it one day at a time. One day at a time. That's all we can do. One day at a time, because a lot of it depends on what you do.
Okay, and another thing, before I go to Naomi's Nest, is there any way that I can get my stuff from Lake Ridge? They have my money. They have a lot of my things.
Well, Ms. Robs will, like with the last case, Ms. Robs will reach out to Lake Ridge and their staff and make arrangements for your stuff to be secured until you are placed, and then they'll get that stuff to you wherever your placement is, okay? So on today, I need you to get on the 1-800 number and be honest about what's going on with you. You were in here the other day, you said, I have an issue with drinking. I need you to be honest, because I'd rather see you in treatment and not in jail. But it's up to you.
I understand, but I don't believe Naomi's Nest is the best place for me.
Well, you know what, Miss Smith, I'm going to take that into account, but here's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what's best for you, because you're not doing well at Lake Ridge. Every time we turn around, there's an issue. And so Lake Ridge is not the best for you either, obviously. And so I'm just, and it seems like you do your best when you're at the Wayne County Jail. That's unfortunate, though. That's like number one on my list. Where does Ms. Smith do her best? At the jail. That's just unacceptable to me. That's unacceptable to me. But if that's where you do your best, I don't know. Maybe that's just where you do your best. I think you can do your best anywhere if you really try hard. And if you really work on you and stop these outside influences, these men, these people. Yeah. So you think about it. You'll have some time to think about it. You'll get on the 1-800 number on today, and Miss Robs will look to see if there's any other placement that we can consider. But I'm not letting Miss Smith pick where she goes. That's not going to happen, because you're at Lake Ridge and you like it according to you, and you're still not doing well there. So, well, let's just see what other alternatives are available. Okay. Yes, all right. I'm also going to bring this matter back. I'll bring it back on Friday, but I'm going to reduce Ms. Smith's bond to a personal bond, a $500 personal bond, but she can only be released to inpatient treatment. And so, Ms. Rouse, once you find out who that inpatient treatment facility will be, then we will make sure that we place that on the order so that we can arrange for her to be transported from jail to inpatient treatment.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Smith, any other questions for me?
No. So Naomi's Nest, my children can't go with me?
No, ma'am. They can't. We tried that way. No, they're not gonna be able to go with you. I'm sorry. All right. If nothing else, we'll work on, you'll get on the 1-800 number today, and then I'll check in on you on Friday. You'll come into the courtroom on Friday, okay?
Okay, so would I be in jail until Friday?
Have you listened to anything I've said, Miss Smith? Come on. I said
That's
you're
how
gonna
it
get on that
sounded.
1-800 number today, and then we're
Okay.
gonna get you into inpatient treatment.
Okay.
But you've gotta get on that 1-800 number and be honest with them, okay?
Okay.
Did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
It's Mr. Gilkey with all that noise. All right, so you heard me? I don't understand sign language.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
That's
Honor.
right. All right, thank you so much. All right. If nothing else, I'll see you on Friday. Hopefully you'll get in placement today. I can't say how quickly the jail will get it done, but you get on that 1-800 number, do your part, and it's gonna all work out, okay? All right, very good.
Your Honor,
Thank you,
ma'am,
Deputy Pavucci.
Your Honor, when they send over the paperwork, give us the 1-800 number, and I'll have both defendants call.
Wonderful, Ms. Drew. Okay, we'll make sure it's on there. You should be getting that shortly.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a blessed day and be safe.
You do the same. Thank you so much. All right. I am ready on Brandon Gilkey. Mr. Gilkey, unmute with all that background noise.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. All right, I have case number 200568431 for Brandon Gilkey. Mr. Gilkey, are you in a place where you can take the hat off?
Oh yeah, well, I'm outside, but okay.
Okay, if you're outside, I know that it's extremely cold. You can put it on if you need it. State your name for me.
Brandon Gilkey.
All right, Mr. Gilkey, and I also know that you're at work. And so you are in our virtual courtroom. You agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom?
Yes.
All right, how are things going for you, Mr. Gilkey?
Pretty good.
They are going well. Tell me what that means to you, that they're going well.
Staying on track, continue working, and just taking it day by day.
All right, are you going to your meetings or attending your meetings in some way?
Yes, on Zoom.
All right, what do you think about those meetings so far?
They're pretty good. Just knowing that I'm not by myself. It's more people out here like me trying to get their life together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tell me something that you've either contributed or that you've taken away from the meeting since the last time I've seen you.
Well, I have a friend that was kind of in the same situation I was in. So I got him to start going to meetings with me also. You know, I told him to take it one day at a time. I say the first step is to admit that you got a problem. So
yes, that is the first step. Admitting that you have a problem. All right. How's your outpatient treatment going?
It's going well.
Okay. Tell me what that means to you, that it's going well.
I guess I didn't get more comfortable with him, so I've opened up more. Because at first it was Jesus.
You said at first, I'm sorry, and then I didn't hear the rest.
At first, yeah, I was more, closed off to him, but after talking to him a few more, I started opening up, so it's pretty good.
All right, very good. Anything you need us to help you with, Mr. Gilkey?
No.
All right. Let me hear from you, Mr. Griffin.
Okay, Your Honor. Mr. Gilkey is in phase one of our program. He signed his contract at 8/3/20. He's doing well. He's testing twice a week. All tests have been negative. He's in outpatient treatment at Sacred Heart. He's attending the online 12-step meetings. I just need to give Mr. Gilkey to get him to start making some payments so we can get his balance down. And then we'll be looking to advance him, start working on some goals to phase 2 probably in the next coming weeks. But he's been in compliance with your order, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Mr. Reader, Mr. Fike, is there anything you'd like to add?
Mr. Gilkey, keep up the good work. When you came in August, you said you could do it. Don't get overwhelmed. You're doing your drug testing, your counseling, and your meetings. That's great. We're proud of you. Stay safe. Thank you, Mr. Gilkey. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
If I might add, Your Honor, Mr. Gilkey, I think it's great that you brought along a friend to the meeting. Shows your respect for him and his respect for you that he's willing to go. And it's a great thing. I'm very impressed with that, and we're very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Gilkey, if nothing else, Mr. Griffin, when do you have him coming back?
Your Honor, it'll be February 16th at 8:30 a.m.
All right, February 16th, Ms. Drew, does that work?
Yes, it does.
All right. Very good. Mr. Gilkey, keep up the great work that you're doing. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready on Roberta Cross. Yes. Mr. Adams needs to go into a breakout room, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, and so I'm going to create the breakout rooms right now. And who would like to go with Mr. Adams?
I'll go, Judge.
All right, thank you. So good morning, Mr. Adams. I am going to send you an invitation to breakout room number 1. Please accept that invitation. All right. Ms. Cross, are you ready? Let me have you unmute for me.
Hello.
There you are. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I have the following matters for Roberta Cross, case number SP 923-033, counts 1 and 2, and case number Z8060891. Ms. Cross, state your full name for the record.
Roberta Cross.
All right, how are you today? You look like you're doing better.
I'm doing much better.
All right, tell me what's much better now. You know I already know, but go ahead, tell me what's much better.
Well, I'm back on track with everything I'm supposed to do. Everything in my life is falling into place. I'm a new grandmother.
Congratulations! Yeah! All right, boy or girl?
Boy, he's a week old.
All right, congratulations to you and your family. What else is back on track?
I've been going back. I started my meetings back. You sent me to counseling, but my counseling doesn't start till tomorrow.
Okay.
I did make the steps to get in there, and it starts tomorrow. Let's see what else. The AA classes. I've been doing the AA classes online though.
Okay, what do you think about the online classes?
I like them, but I like the in-person classes more.
Okay, tell me something you've learned from the class anyways. You still there with an open mind?
Yes, I wrote some stuff down too. But I gotta learn how to not let my problems take me to another place.
Yes.
I gotta figure, just figured I'd start writing actually I bought me a sewing machine. So now I'm just gonna start trying to make some stuff to put my man somewhere else.
So you know how to sew already?
Yes.
Good for you. That's something healthy and wonderful. Very good.
I said I needed something to put my man somewhere else when I'm going other places.
All right, very good. Very good. What else is back on track?
Well, my fiance's back.
I heard, you know, I'm messy and nosy. I want to know what's going on. And if it's, I'm the mess cleanupper. Come on. Look at you.
We talked about it. It took a minute, but we talked about it, finally got everything straightened out. So we're in good terms now.
All right. All right. So you know that it's important for you to stay healthy and on track, irrespective of who comes and who goes, right?
Right.
Because you're doing this for you, right, Miss Cross?
Yes, I am. And I'm determined to do it.
All right. Very good. Very good. Anything you need us to help you with right now?
Well, remember when I asked you about the 56th district? I think it was the 56th district, but they sent me a letter and they said I had to pay the tickets off, but I called them and I asked them could I get on a payment plan, so they put me on a payment plan.
Good.
Okay. Well, that's good. I don't have any control over what goes on in another court, but sounds like they're working with you. So it's going to be very important that you keep up with your payments, that you keep your word, okay?
Yes, I will. And I also wanted to ask Miss Cleveland, because she gave me a number to, it's a class that I got to take. And I wanted to know if she could send me some more paperwork to the man for this class that I had to take.
Was it the arms or was it the care? Care is Dr. Alexander.
The care.
Okay. Yes, I'll call you after court and give you that number.
We can barely hear you, Miss Cleveland.
Wow, I'm sorry. I think it's this this unit might not be working well, but and I do have it. Is this better?
Yeah.
It's better.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I do have the number for her, so I'll call her after court and make sure I provide her that Dr. Alexander's new information.
All right. And so, Miss Cleveland, is there anything else you need to report out on Miss Cross?
No, she's compliant again with all of her testing. She is still testing 3 times a week, so she's doing that. I believe she reported Salvation Army is her new counseling provider. Is that correct, Miss Cross?
Yes.
And her counselor's name is Mr. Dyke, for the record. Okay. And then the information she needs, I'll make sure she gets.
All right. Very good. Mr. Reed, is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, Judge. I want to congratulate Ms. Cross on the grandbaby. Congratulations on the sewing machine. And I'm glad that you and your fiance have worked out the problems. Keep up the good work, Ms. Cross. We're proud of you. It's always good to see you and hear you. And I'm glad things are going well. Be proud of yourself because we're proud of you, Ms. Cross. Thank you, Ms. Cross. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right. All right, Ms. Cross, you have any other questions?
Yes, I do. Is like my fines that I have to pay, is there any way that I could do more community service to cut down my fines?
Well, now, Ms. Cross, now you find the money to pay everybody else, and then y'all, community service is for those individuals who are indigent. It's not just about choice. And so get with Ms. Cleveland. There's some documentation you'll have to provide to this court for me to make a determination as to whether or not you are capable of paying your fines and costs. Have you ever paid anything on your fines and costs at 36th District?
Not for this case.
Yeah, you've got to pay something on your case. We've been working for you. We've been working with you. And so while I understand the other jurisdictions just want money, we've been working for our money.
Oh.
Ask them if you can do some community service for them. Give us some cash. How about that? Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
See if you can work that out. But have a conversation with Miss Cleveland, okay?
I sure will.
All right. What other questions you have for me this morning?
I don't have any more.
All right, very good. It's good to see you. It's good to hear that you're on track. You look good. Continue to do this for yourself, Miss Cross. You deserve it. And now you have a new generation that's coming up, and they're watching you, and you're leading by example, whether it's good examples or bad examples. You are leading by example. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Miss Cleveland, what phase is Miss Cross in?
She's in phase 2, and I would have her coming back for a face-to-face on February 22nd, 2021, if that's okay.
Yes, ma'am, that works. Did you get that date, Miss Cross?
I'm writing it down now.
All right, very good. February 22nd at 8:30 a.m. Miss Cleveland will follow up with you for logistics, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Enjoy the rest of your day, and so good to see you.
Good to see you too, and you enjoy yours.
Thank you. All right. I am ready on Dominique Walters. Miss Walters, if you could unmute.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I have the following matter for Dominique Walters. I have case number 1904653-301. State your full name for the record.
Dominique Walters.
And Ms. Walters, you agree to have your hearing in our virtual courtroom on today?
Yes.
Wonderful. How are things going for you, Ms. Walters?
Well, it's going good.
Okay, tell me what that means.
I mean, like, I'm pretty much getting used to the new lifestyle that I'm living. It's getting easier.
It's getting easier. Tell me, go ahead.
I'm enjoying the meetings that I go to.
All right, tell me something you've learned in those meetings.
Well, something where we just discussed was the state of change, and Ms. Hawthorne always says that secrets keep you sick, and I'm learning what that means now.
Yeah, secrets keep you sick. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, what's been a challenge for you, Ms. Walters, if anything?
Well, right now I'm in the middle of trying to pay off my tickets so I can get my license together. I paid off both my tickets for $36, but I'm having trouble paying Dearborn. I don't know how to go about that.
All right, who has Ms. Walters' case? Is that you, Ms. Robs?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, make sure you get with Ms. Walters, give her some information about how to reach out to Dearborn, because you'll have to do that. I don't have any jurisdiction over another court, but I believe Ms. Ross can at least tell you how to reach out to them, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. And so you taking care of 36th District Court too?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why you were laughing when I was talking to Ms. Cross about we want our money. It's like, yeah.
You funny.
I am. That's what they tell me. All right. All right. I saw you smiling. She said, oh, I paid off 36 already. All right. Very good. Very good. Is there anything you need us to help you with, Ms. Walters?
Not at the time.
Not right now? All right. Ms. Robs, what else you want to report out?
Good morning, Your Honor. As reported per Ms. Walters, she is doing really well, Your Honor. She's in compliance with testing and jams. She's compliant with her outpatient. She has a total of 44 AA meetings. She has a balance, Your Honor, of 0. She has paid her balance. And we're just waiting to see about Ms. Walters completing a sobriety video for recommendation for promotion.
All right, very good. And so for Ms. Walters, I don't know that she doesn't have a driving related charge before us, Mr. Reed. And so I don't know what's holding her up from getting her license, other than she has some tickets in maybe some other courts. But Ms. Walters, are you aware of what's keeping you from getting your license?
Yes, the ticket that I have in Dearborn.
Okay, all right, so it's nothing for us for this, that this court or the attorneys for this court can do. You have to take care of Dearborn. All right,
Yes.
very good. I just want to make sure we're doing everything we can do to help you, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, was there anything you wanted to add?
Ms. Walters, keep up the good work. You're working the program. You had a good report today. Always good to see you and hear you. Just be safe, Miss Walters. I'm sorry, Miss Walters. Be safe.
All right. Mr. Fikens, was there anything you wanted to add? I see you've joined us again.
Judge, Ms. Walters, the most important thing about Dearborn is they want their money. That's, you pay them money, they'll help you out.
All right, so get that money together for Dearborn.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Yes, Miss Robs, is the sobriety video, the video about the drinking and driving? If it is, I did watch it.
Perfect.
You did watch it? What'd you learn from it?
I did not know that it was that many fatal accidents that happened that and that often. Like, I didn't know it was that many that happened in one day. Like, that's scary. And it was eye-opening to see that how much you can injure somebody else for something that you do, or somebody else that's innocent can get hurt from somebody else drinking and driving that has nothing to do with it. Like, they can just be on their way home and be sober, and somebody else that's drinking can hurt them and ruin their life. Not even hurting themselves, and they're the ones that's drinking and driving.
Yes, yes, and that video is always amazing because the first time I saw it, I thought, I bet that no one in that video woke up that morning and said, I am going to drink, drive, kill somebody, or die, and that's my plans for the day. What do you think about that? It is. It's very selfish. It is. All right, Ms. Robs, check that off the list. So does that change your position regarding promotion?
Yes, it does, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
All right. Are you making any recommendations today?
Yes, Your Honor. With that being said, considering Ms. Walters has completed the sobriety video, paid her balance in compliance with testing, ATS, her meetings, I will make the recommendation, Your Honor, for promotion to phase 2 at this time.
All right. Are you ready, Ms. Walters?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do it. No objection from any of the team members. If
No
not,
objection.
let's all congratulate Ms. Walters on her promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, ma'am. All right. You have to, I see everybody congratulated you, but Mr. Todd, maybe he's sleeping. I don't know, maybe. No, he's not sleeping. Oh, okay. All right. Now, Mr. Todd, you know we celebrate people in this court now, sir. All right. All right, Ms. Walters. And so I'm very proud of you, your accomplishments. Look, this is not a phase to get lazy. Make sure you continue to do the things that you've been doing and some. You're going to work with Ms. Robs on some goals that you'd like to achieve, right? Yes. Maybe some things you've been putting off in the past. And now that things have changed in your life, you want to go back to those things and work on those things. I want you to share those with Ms. Robs so that we can help you, encourage you, point you in the right direction to fulfill those goals or to meet those goals. And so I'm excited for you. If you don't have any other questions, Ms. Robs, Ms. Walters will return on February 22nd, 2021, and that would be at 8:30 a.m. And I don't have an issue, Ms. Robs, with that being a face-to-face.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That works?
Yes.
All right, very good. Keep up the great work you're doing, Ms. Walters.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye. All right, Mr. Todd, unmute so I can fuss at you and you can hear me and I can hear you. Now he disappears. Where is he? Mr. Todd, good morning. What's wrong with your hands this morning?
I can't hear you.
What's wrong with your hands this morning? He can't hear me on purpose. Now he done just zoomed out the courtroom. All right, we're going to keep going. Give him a second to see if he'll zoom back in. If not, Mr. Franklin, Mr. Franklin. Uh-oh. Wait, Mr. Todd might be back with us. Mr. Todd, are you there?
Yes, I couldn't hear you.
Or did you just hang up on me on purpose? I said, what was wrong with your hands this morning?
Oh, I was holding my phone. I can't hold the phone and clap at the same time.
Well, you better show celebration on your face when we celebrating folks that's moving and shaking now.
I smiled.
Yeah, after I called you out. Good morning, Mr. Todd.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Don't give me a hard time. I'm having a hard time doing what I'm supposed to do. Come on.
Mr. Todd said, don't give him a hard time. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. He'll take that hard time when he's not doing it, but on those days he's doing what he's supposed to do, Judge. Time out for you. No hard time. All right, Mr. Todd, no argument from me. No hard time for you today. Look, let me put a case number on record. I have the following. For Marquell Todd. You heard me say your name right, Marquell. I have SP 100-608-02 and case number SP 961-8881 and case number 1905-880901. State your full name for the record.
That's Marquell Todd.
All right, you're in the virtual courtroom. You agree to be here today?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Tell me what you've been doing. You said you're doing everything you're supposed to do. What you been doing?
Yes, I've been testing at jams 3 times a week. I've been attending NA meetings. They opened up some NA meetings that you can go to personally, like at the VA Center. I've been going to that meetings on Wednesdays. And I meet with my recovery coach every once a week or maybe twice a week. He calls me a lot. He called me last night at 11 o'clock. I don't know why. But I also go to outpatient on every Tuesday at Share House. And me and Mr. Griffin, we talked about me going to Team Mental Health and getting, I have some, maybe submit some issues I need to talk to a counselor about. So I contacted them. I'm supposed to be going to Team Mental Health Friday. So also still working.
Uh-oh, you're breaking up, Mr. Scott.
Mr. Scott, can you hear me?
Not Mr. Scott. I'm sorry, Mr. Todd. He heard that. You're breaking up.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
I can. You were telling me something about team wellness.
Yeah, I'm going to Team Wellness. Me and Mr. Griffin talked about it. I'm gonna go to Friday. I have a scheduled appointment with them to get some counseling and talk to a psych and get a psych eval.
Okay. All right. And so you are doing everything you're supposed to do, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right.
The only problem I have is like jams is I have to go way on 14 Mile and Gratiot to drop. And it's, but I've been doing it though.
All right, Mr. Griffin, can we find him a closer facility?
I think when he's at work or whatever, I think that's Royal Oak, right? If I'm not mistaken.
That's Roseville. That's the closest one.
Yeah, I think
I'm on.
Yeah, he's closer to Detroit.
In Detroit, yes. But it's working out fine for me, and I'm working on my attitude also. I've been working on it every day.
You are?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's a good thing, right? Isn't that a good thing?
Yes, that's a good. Yes, I've been working on my attitude every day.
Very good. How do you feel, Mr. Todd? Physically, emotionally, how are you feeling?
I feel fat. I've been eating.
You feel fat?
Yeah, I've been eating a lot.
That's okay. I'm sure for some of us, we share that same feeling. We just don't say it out loud, Mr. Todd. It's COVID. That's all we can do is eat. Come on. All right, but you're taking good care of yourself, right? Uh-oh. I think he's frozen, Mr. Griffin.
Yeah.
Let me find out, Mr. Griffin, is he still at home with his grandfather and family?
Yes, yes, Your Honor. Yep, he's still at home. Like he said, he's been doing very well. Like I said, I talked to Mr. Todd every other day. He calls me when he goes to drop. We had talked in the morning before he goes to work. So he's keeping his end of the deal. He said he's going to do it, and he's been working hard. And when we stopped this case, I did tell you, it was some other issues that he was dealing with that we want to get addressed. Working on.
Okay, and so what phase is Mr. Todd in, Mr. Griffin?
He's in phase 1, Your Honor. We had a couple of hiccups.
Yeah, I know.
On different occasions or whatever. So we getting back on track or whatever. Get with him to start making some payments and things like that. We already started working on some goals. So maybe at the next meeting, after we step the case, we consider a promotion. But like I said, he has been working hard. He has showed a lot of efforts last. I'm proud of him. I just tell him, something going on, get in contact with me or Mr. Rudolph. He has the things in place to call people, not just to go and do something. So that's why I don't mind him calling, like he texts me or anything, just to let me know that he's doing all right and things like that. So.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything for Mr. Todd?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Todd, keep up the good work. I'm glad you're back in the program, back working the program. We're proud of what you're doing. Be safe, Mr. Todd. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Todd.
And Your Honor, if I might add, I hope you didn't think we were giving you a hard time today, Mr. Todd. I sure hope that. We are proud of you, sir. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right, we are extremely proud of you, Mr. Todd. You've come a long way, and I hope it feels good to you. I hope it looks good to you. I want to encourage you to keep going. I want to encourage you to just keep going. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I would like to say, I'm going to start to make payments every time I get my check. I walk past the kiosk machine at my job every day, and I just walk when I walk in.
And you don't stop and give us $1, $2, $5, nothing.
No, I'm going to start. I just said I'm going to start. I'm being honest with you. You didn't know I had a kiosk machine at my job, but I see someone paying 36 district. Yes. So I'm going to start paying every time I get. Start tomorrow when I get paid.
All right, Mr. Todd, I'm taking your word for it. Don't make me check to see if you went to that kiosk machine on tomorrow, okay?
You can check. Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, Mr. Todd would be coming back on February 16th. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, at 8:30 a.m., Mr. Todd, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, good to see you. Be safe and take good care of yourself.
You too.
All right. All right, Mr. Franklin. Unmute Mr. Franklin.
Hey, Judge Holmes. How you doing?
How are you, Mr. Franklin? I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there.
You hanging in there, Mr. Franklin?
Yes.
All right, let me place your case numbers on the record very quickly. I have the following for Kenneth Franklin. Case number U509-90819, U557-35120, 18044277701, 184989371, and then 1904441301. State your full name for the record.
Kenneth Franklin.
All right, Mr. Franklin. What have you been doing, Mr. Franklin?
Going to groups, going to meetings, getting on Zoom, going to LA.
All right, tell me about your groups. How's that going?
They going pretty good. I had an issue with Mr. Williams last week, but we got him together.
Okay, I'm glad you told on yourself. Don't make me have to ask. All right, you got it straight now?
Yeah, we got him together, me and the pastor.
All right, did you learn something about yourself through that experience?
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
Learn how to be humble.
That you need to be humble, yes. Look at you, Mr. Franklin, I'm proud of you. Very proud of you. How are things going in your with your one-on-one therapy?
Yeah, they're going pretty good. Yeah, I had one last week. It's going pretty good.
All right, are you being open and honest with your counselor?
Yeah, but I don't like her putting whatever I say on the computer.
You don't like her putting it, but she don't send it to me. I don't get to know what you say to your counselor.
I ain't talking about sending it to y'all. I'm talking about sending it to the rest of the people that work here.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what their protocol is, but.
Well, everything else good. I'm good.
All right. It doesn't stop you from being open and honest with her, right?
Well.
Maybe a little.
Somewhat. They like to put your business out there.
What business you have, Mr. Franklin?
I'm important.
Yes, you are important. Oh, yes, you are. You are important. But what business do you have that you don't want somebody to know?
But they like to take your business and run with it.
How you know?
Because that's what Mr. Williams did last week.
What business did he take and ran with it, Mr. Franklin?
It was a lie that he said. It was a big lie.
Mr. Franklin.
But we ain't got to talk about that.
He don't tell me what to talk about in my courtroom. All right, I'm looking for that humility you said you learned about. Where is it?
Huh?
Mr. Franklin.
Yes.
I want you to work with the staff at Lake Ridge, and you're doing that. It's give and take, right? It's give and take. So there are going to be some things that make you a little uncomfortable, but understand that what they're doing, they're trying to help you get to a better place, okay?
Okay. I'm working on that. Central City is trying to help me get a low-income apartment. And when they get it, will I be able to go?
Well, we have to find out.
In about a month or two.
So I'm glad that you're working on housing. And as long as you are stable and that housing is conducive to sobriety, then I'm not going to have an issue. I'm not going to have an issue with you having your own place.
I ain't finna go back out and drink no more.
All right, I don't want you back on Woodward.
I ain't going Woodward in the first place. See, that was a lie. I didn't even go.
Mr. Franklin, I'm just making some stuff up. What you talking about?
See, that was the whole issue in the first place.
With Mr. Williams?
Yeah. Talking about I went on Woodward. I ain't even go on Woodward. I went straight to the hotel.
Well, Mr. Williams didn't tell me you went on Woodward. I'm making it worse. Mr. Franklin, hold on. I need you to listen. Mr. Williams did not tell me you went on Woodward. Okay?
You told Miss Robs.
Miss Robs didn't tell me you went on Woodward. I just remember Woodward from when, Wayne State Police contacted this court one time when you were out there showing out. That's why I threw out Woodward. Mr. Williams didn't tell me you were on Woodward. Neither did Miss Robs. Okay?
Okay. Oh, okay. That's the way I took it the last time I talked to you.
I don't want you to think they said that about you, but you're not going on Woodward, right?
Why would I go on Woodward and the whole Wayne State Police Department know me? Why would I go up there and stand? Why would I go up there and stand?
You what?
As soon as they see me, they gonna stop me.
They do?
Yeah, they be on me like that.
Okay, so you can't go over there.
period.
No. So this apartment that Central City is looking for, they know that you need to be in an area that's a good area, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good for you and what you're
Yeah.
trying to do.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Very good. I don't want you to leave Lake Ridge though until I've cleared it, okay?
Okay. Okay. So
I have your word on that?
Yeah, you got my word, most definitely.
All right, very good. What else you want me to know, Mr. Franklin?
Nothing. I talked to I seen my daughter and my grandkids Friday. They back in
You
town.
did?
Yep.
Were they happy to see you?
Yep.
They were.
They stay right down the street from here on Puritan and Coyle.
Okay. So you'll probably see them a little more often?
I might see them today.
Very good. Very good. How's your mom doing?
Oh, my mom, I talk to her every day. She good.
She's doing good?
Yeah,
Very good.
I mean, my sister came home. She over there with her. My sister was gone for like 5 years.
Okay. But she's back and she's helping your mom?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Anything you need us to help you with, Mr. Franklin?
I'm trying to get a part-time job. If y'all come across something, tell Miss Rouse to call and let me know.
All right, Ms. Rouse, did you hear that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Very good. Ms. Rouse, what else would you like me to know about Mr. Franklin?
Your Honor, Mr. Franklin has completed his 40 hours of community service. We're working to assist Mr. Franklin with community service with this balance. I need to get with Lake Ridge to see how much community service. Let me finish, Mr. Franklin. We're working with Lake Ridge to.
Mr. Franklin, you better be good over there. Go ahead, Ms. Ross, I'm sorry.
To rectify his balance, Your Honor. I do need an update of his AA meetings. I had previously asked, so I'm just waiting on that to actually see how many meetings he has. Mr. Franklin was able to meet his goals of getting his Michigan ID card as well as his Social Security card. He is complying with his medications according to Lake Ridge. He's complying with testing according to Lake Ridge. And to my knowledge, Your Honor, he's completed the sobriety video with Miss Queen at Lake Ridge. And he's overall, Your Honor, at this time doing well. We're looking for an alternative for arms. Mr. Morgan reported to me that he has some information so that for Mr. Franklin to do an alternative for the arms program, Your Honor.
What is the arms
All right.
program?
It's a sobriety weekend that all of our participants usually do. But let me make sure. I had some conversation, I believe, with you, Ms. Robs, or with Mr. Griffin, and we'll talk about that in staffing. Ms. Robs put that on the list for staffing today to talk about the sobriety weekend that we usually send our participants to. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Franklin, give Ms. Robs an opportunity to circle back to you on that, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything asked to Mr. Franklin?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Franklin, good to see you. Good to hear you. Keep up the good work. You had a good report today. We're proud of what you're doing. I know you're working the program. Just be safe, Mr. Franklin. You're in a good place now, and we're proud of the work that you're doing. Thank you, Mr. Franklin.
All right.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Franklin, you are doing the program. We are very proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Any questions for me, Mr. Franklin?
No, not right now.
All right. Ms. Robs, when will Mr. Franklin come back to see me?
Your Honor, I have February the 15th, but I think that's President's Day with the 16th.
Yes, the 16th will work, the 16th. February 16th at 8:30, okay, Mr. Franklin?
Okay, Judge.
All right, good to see you. Mr. Franklin, you look good today.
Thank you. You do
All right,
too.
take care of yourself. All right, thank you.
All
Take
right.
care of yourself. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. All right.
All right.
I am ready on Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams, Mr. Adams. What's going on with Mr. Adams? All right. I do not have a case number on my docket. We'll have to add them. I think Mr. Yancey, did you text me about Mr. Adams this weekend?
Hey, John.
Okay. Do you have a case number handy?
I do, Your Honor.
Can you place it on the record at this time?
Sure. It is 120-5736-901.
All right, thank you. Mr. Adams, please state your full name for the record.
Joe Edward Adams, Jr.
All right, Mr. Adams, you're in our virtual courtroom. Do you agree to have your hearing by way of Zoom this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, you want to start by telling us why Mr. Adams is here this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. He originally would have had a Zoom hearing this Thursday, the 4th. But I did notice that he had a positive ETG on January 27th of this year. I did call Mr. Adams regarding that, and he denied that he had been drinking. So that's why we're here with this hearing this morning.
All right, did Mr. Adams do a confirmation on that positive ETG?
To my knowledge, he did not.
There's no necessity for confirmation, Judge.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say, we'll pay for it and then, yeah. Okay, no need. All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. Mr. Fikens, I'm going to hear from you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to talk with Mr. Adams. I want to know, despite what he said to Mr. Yancey over the weekend, and maybe that was, a first reaction, a fight or flight kind of reaction, but he told me right up front that he had used alcohol. He didn't deny it at all. He doesn't want to come in front of you and deny it. He knows better, and he's remorseful about his actions. I did tell him that it is a violation of the court's rules, but it does happen through recovery from time to time that people do fall down, and it's the getting up that we're more concerned about than falling down. He did, he certainly doesn't contend that he didn't drink. Again, I chalk it up to maybe a first reaction that wasn't an appropriate reaction. Could have been more upfront with Mr. Yancey, but he was certainly right up front with me right from the very start. He never took a denial approach with me at all. He just said what it was, and that's what it is. So he understands that is a violation. The stresses of life can always set upon us, and they always come at the worst possible time. And that's why we try to give you the tools to overcome that. And in this case, however, it didn't work. He chose to drink instead. I think he, as I say, he is remorseful about it. I think he wants to do better. I know he wants to do better. And so we're, we certainly stand ready to hear what this court needs to tell us.
All right. I want to hear from you, Mr. Adams. I will tell you that when Mr. Yancey reached out to me, I know we had a little conversation about how I would respond because, and I think Mr. Reed says this often, it's different when people fall down in this program and they acknowledge that this is what I've done and now we can help them. There's always an indication that there may be a bigger issue when people fall down and then they're not truthful about it. They are just, now we've got a bigger issue. You're not truthful, which puts us in a position, at least in this court's opinion, where we are not able to really get you the help that you need. So I appreciate the fact that you were honest with Mr. Fikens. I question why you weren't honest with Mr. Yancey, but I hope that going forward you will be, because both all of the team members, but your case manager is always going to be your biggest advocate, always going to be the one to look at, take that information and look through their toolbox and say, okay, what is it that I have in this toolbox that can help Mr. Adams because he's taken a fall or he stumbled a little bit. Always, there are going to be those individuals that even when I want to say jail, believe it or not, your case managers, of course the attorneys will say, no, judge, let's look at something else. But it's the case managers that's going to tell me what that something else is and why they believe it can work, because they've had the relationship and they've worked with you in a closer setting than what I do. And so it's very important that going forward, you are honest with Mr. Yancey. I do appreciate you being honest with Mr. Fikens, but here's the thing. You've got two nice guys that you talk to. Mr. Yancey is one of the nicest people I know in the world, and so is Mr. Fikens. If I had to pick which one I wouldn't be truthful with, I don't know. It might be Mr. Fikens. He seems like he might be a little more tougher than Mr. Yancey. I don't know, but you've got two of the nicest people in the whole wide world. And so I need your honesty, though. I do. I need your honesty. I need your honesty. I can't stress to you enough how that's what allows us to be able to help you is your honesty, your honesty, your honesty. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What do you want to tell me?
Well, for the most part, the reason why I wasn't up here up front with Mr. Yancey initially was just more so kind of like, if anything, I would say just sheer embarrassment, because it's like, wow, I was doing good, everything else, and then he comes with this, and that's like I said, when he told me that I need to get on Zoom Monday morning, I already knew something's not right about that. We was already scheduled to see you on the 4th. So when he tells me that initially, it's like, okay, what's going on? Then when he just told me, it was just like, just embarrassed about the whole Lord thing. It's like, no, not me. Not me. No, I didn't do that. Which was, again, like I said, was a total BS, but that was just my first initial reaction, was just more embarrassment and not really want to just come right out and just be like, okay, yeah, I did this and everything else, because I didn't think anything was as bad as it was, because from the one little slip up it is. But like I said, I've had since me and him talked, I've had time, because I done been back. I done went to my classes. I've talked with the other counselor who right now just recently got the hospital, just speaking with my father and just having some actual reflection on myself. And it's just that, you know what, you cannot go in here and think you're going to just BS your way through this. You just need to just, like you always say, just take accountability for what you did and just man up to it. And whatever comes, that's what you have to deal with, because you made that bad decision, which it was. But you cannot sit there and play this role of innocence and like you didn't do that when you know you did. The test says you did. You know that you did. So just take accountability for what happened. And it's just, like I said.
So what's your plan? What's your plan going forward, Mr. Adams? How are you? I mean, what did something happen that caused you to drink, or did you just decide you were going to drink something?
No, it wasn't nothing that initially happened. I mean, I was a little stressing about a few things here and there, but I would say that would be somewhat of a factor to it. But it more so, I'll just have to sit there and say it was my own decision.
Okay.
Because
so we've got to work on Mr. Yancey, that decision-making process. How do you make some better decisions? How do you equip yourself to make better decisions? Look, you're not in this boat by yourself. If we were all honest, we've all made some decisions in our lives that just weren't good decisions. Whether we thought they were at the time, or we thought maybe a little, maybe not so much, and we still make the decision. What I want to make sure that we can work on is that how can we help you or equip you with the tools to help you make better decisions going forward? Especially when you have an idea of what the consequences may be. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Yancey, what's your recommendation?
Your Honor, if I could, I was probably more learned because, you know, I've had some discussion with Mr. Adams about housing. And I was able to get him in Lake Ridge. He got on Zoom at the one time and said that he was homeless, and he didn't feel like Lake Ridge fit him. So between really sporadic housing and the alcohol use, it was more alarming. Now he told me he was desperately seeking housing. I don't know what his status is right now with that, but you know, the combination of the housing instability probably adds to the propensity of a sobriety issue. So
I agree.
You know, a lot of times in sobriety court, you know, we initially let the defendants to a small extent try to do it their way. If that's not working, then we have to go full tilt our way. So I'm not sure what his status is or his plan with what is right now. I wouldn't have a problem giving him a warning, but you know, he has to get this stability of his housing going also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you bring up a good point, Mr. Yancey. Mr. Adams, where are you living? Don't give me your physical address, but do you have stable housing right now?
As of right now, yes, I do. And as of right now, yes, I do. And it's a very stable environment. I'm actually up here. Me and my father was able to work out an arrangement and an understanding and agreement. So that has been taken care of. There's no more bouncing back and forth. I'm able to help him with things that he has to do by him being being 65 years of age. There's things he's able to help me with also. And I also do up here pay a bit. I also do pay up here an amount of month to stay here. So to get back into that whole thing of, you know, you can't live nowhere for free.
And Your Honor,
that's right.
If I might interject, this is something Mr. Adams and I talked about because I want to know where he was living. It impresses me that it's a stable environment. I think it would be. I wouldn't mind advocating that we can keep that going for a little bit to see if that works out. I think ultimately, though, Mr. Adams needs to live on his own. And I know he recognizes.
Absolutely.
Maybe this is a good transitional period. You know, again, it sounds like at first blush that he and his father are getting along well. And if that continues, that would be a good temporary spot for him. Although, you know, Mr. Adams knows that ultimately he's got to do this and live a life of sobriety on his own.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. All right. And so, Mr. Adams, you need to confirm your residence with Mr. Yancey. There are some things he's going to need from you because you must have a stable place and environment to live in if you're planning to really get sober, clean and sober, and get on a path of recovery for a lifetime. That's very important, okay?
I understand, Your Honor.
All right, very good. So Mr. Yancey's recommendation was a warning, a verbal warning, and that's what I'm going to do, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, unless there's some objection.
No objection, Judge.
No objections, Judge.
All right, a verbal warning it is. And so Mr. Adams, Mr. Yancey, I don't know if he needs to get back on the 1-800 number, but for now, it's going to be a verbal warning. He needs to provide documentation regarding his environment or where he lives, that he lives there, okay?
Yeah.
And then continue to work the program. Yes, Mr. Yancey?
Yes, I'm in agreement with that.
All right, very good. If nothing else, when do you want Mr. Adams to continue on his Thursday date? Or would you like to move him to next week, Monday? I'd see him in a week.
Next week, Monday, that's fine, Your Honor.
All right, then his return to court date will be February 8th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. in the virtual courtroom. All right, Mr. Adams?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. Do well, hang in there. This is just a little bump in the road. Let's get up and get moving, okay?
Thank you, and yes, Your Honor.
All right, take care.
You too. Bye.
All right, thank you, Mr. Yancey. All right, Mr. Hicks, good morning to you. I have to get you to unmute. And then there's someone on here, Carmichael, with their video off. Ms. Drew did give me a date for a case, but I don't know for Travis Fudge. All right, Mr. Hicks, are you there?
Yes. How you doing this morning? Right.
I am doing well. How are you?
Oh, I guess I'll make it. I had a doctor appointment. I just got mixed up today.
It got mixed up?
No, I said I missed my doctor's appointment. I went to the hospital.
Well, I don't want to put your medical stuff on the live stream, but it sounds like there's an issue. You have a medical issue going on?
No, I thought it was my doctor's appointment today. I being first of the month, you know.
Oh, got it. But you didn't have it, so you're with us now, right?
Right, yes.
Now I got it. All right, very good. Let me place your case numbers on the record. You know what, you all, I have to take just a quick break, just a quick second. Give me a second, Mr. Hicks.
Okay.
Okay, Dion, I'll be right back.
Hi, Mr. Hicks.
Oh, how you doing today?
Good to see you.
Yeah, I got my days mixed. I thought it was always on a Tuesday.
It was, but I think yours was on a Tuesday because we were switching you over to accommodate the holiday. So then we switched back to the Mondays. But is that is that a better day for you, a Tuesday?
Yeah, no, I just thought I had to go to the doctor today. I thought I had a doctor.
Okay. That's all right.
Now I'm looking at that Tuesday, you know, for y'all.
Well, this morning it's good to see you. And I did send out some messages, but you're okay.
All right.
That's all right. But what Judge is trying to tell you, she don't want you to miss your important medical appointments.
Right.
You have to let me know if you have something
ahead
like
of
that.
time, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I did that. Hey, how you morning? All right. I said, supposed to open a restaurant today, huh?
Yep. I don't feel comfortable yet, though, Mr. Hicks.
Huh?
I don't feel comfortable going to a restaurant right now.
Okay. All right.
I'm not saying people shouldn't go. I'm not ready for that.
Right. Yeah.
What's going on? Nothing much. You all right? Yeah. All
You
right.
have paper and pencil. Paper and pencil.
Oh,
Where's your pen? Mark on your next court date on here.
okay.
So we gotta keep track so you don't miss it. I
That's where
know,
they were.
but, but mark down your court so we can,
Remember?
yeah.
She there, everything's set, it's set.
Okay.
She went somewhere, she to go.
Okay.
Come back.
Mark the next court date on
Okay.
this piece of
I had no
paper.
ink. I had one.
Why you don't have a pen?
He said, yeah, he is.
Okay, well, we'll find out, mark it on.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So they can keep track.
All right. Right.
Mr. Fiker?
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for talking to my person.
Oh, no. No problem at all. Thank you for your recommendations, because that's sort of what I was hoping you were going to say.
Okay. I got that from Miss Cleveland.
She's to blame for a lot, no doubt.
Yeah, you look from. Down there, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hey, how you doing? All right.
What's up, Brian?
Hey.
What you doing here?
Oh, you know what? I'm the wrong quorum.
Hey, Ian.
Who else is in there? You got Mr.
Jesse's here.
I miss you guys.
Yeah, we miss you too.
Okay, I need to go in the arraignment courtroom.
Yep.
Okay, bye, guys.
Good seeing you.
There's two of you now in fellowship.
Oh, no. What happened? I wonder if I should start my whole,
There it is. There
Okay.
it is. You good now. Yeah.
all right. I don't know what's going on here. I knew I was having some trouble because of the hearing, but it was all the way up to 100, and I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay now, though?
Yeah, sure can.
Good.
I was need to find out who that Carmichael is. Carmichael is much.
I had to go all the way to 4. All right, Mr. Hicks, we are back on the record. And I have the following matters for Johnny Hicks. I have case number U452-62918, U471-95118, U99437713, case number 155360301, 155362781,
And case number 155-36364, counts 1, 2, and 3. All right, Mr. Hicks, state your full name for the record for me.
Johnny Grady Hicks.
All right, Mr. Hicks. And so how are things going for you?
Oh, it's all right. It's going pretty smooth.
Pretty smoothly? All right, you're doing everything you're supposed to do?
Yes, yes, I am.
All right.
Following the rules. I ain't breaking no rules.
Don't break any rules. No time for that.
Right.
All right, tell me what you've been doing to work on you since the last time I've seen you.
We're going to all of our group meetings and NA meetings that they have on Saturday and Sunday, and I have a sponsor. So he was talking about after I get out the program, you know, keep going to the meetings. We'll be having other meetings when they come out.
Yes, you've got to every day work on staying on a path of recovery, right? Every single day, even after you're finished with court.
Yeah,
you've got to do it.
It's a whole new group of guys coming in here. I see that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. And so have you been having any challenges with respect to working your program?
Say it again now.
Have you been having any challenges with respect to working your program?
No, it's about the same.
All right. All right. Anything you need us to help you with? Anything we can do to help out?
Yeah. I'll get in contact with Miss Cleveland. I can let her know if I come up with anything.
All right. If you need anything, definitely.
Oh, thank you.
Let Miss Cleveland know.
Thank you so much for helping me. So you blessed me.
Yes, sir.
I was thinking if you didn't stop me, where would I be at?
I don't know, but it's really not us. It's really you doing the hard work, Mr. Hicks.
Right. Well, I needed a blessing. You gave it to me.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Miss Cleveland, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Hicks?
He's doing well over there. This morning, I did advise him while you were off camera that he, you know, I will make sure I keep closer in contact with him about his medical appointments, because I don't want them to get, you know, jumbled up, or that he forgets or kind of, you know, is not able to make those appointments, because we can always reschedule and ask you, you know, for a new hearing for him. We're okay with his housing situation so far. He is not in any pending or soon time to be out released. His actual release date is in March. And we're still waiting to hear. It's about March 18th is the day that he is scheduled for his last day there. However, they did assure me that, you know, they would work with the court to make sure if that housing situation has not really reconciled, they have other options for him at Elmer's house, as well as Lake Ridge, as well as Mr. Ramsey. So we're working really hard to try to get that together. But he does have some little time.
All right, keep us posted. Thank you, Miss Cleveland, because we want to make sure, Mr. Hicks, that when you leave your inpatient treatment, that you're going to stable and suitable housing, or that you're transitioning into stable and suitable housing, okay?
Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens?
Yes, thank you, Judge. Mr. Hicks, you have a good report today. It's good to see you and to hear you. We're proud of the work that you're doing, and you should be proud of the work that you're doing. You're in a safe place. Work the program. Be safe. It's good to see you. Good to hear you, Mr. Hicks. Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Hicks, you have a great attitude. It's a great report today. You should be proud of yourself, as Mr. Reed says, because we're proud of you as well. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Hicks, if you don't have any questions for the court, then I'm going to bring you back Miss Cleveland. I'll do February 16th. Well, he's in inpatient treatment. You know what? Let's do him on the Monday.
I think that's the holiday, the 15th.
No, the next. Wait. I'm sorry. I have my dates mixed up. No, You're right. Okay. Let's bring him back on the 22nd.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because he's in inpatient treatment. He doesn't have a release date until a couple of weeks after that. That'll give you all time to work on what that housing will look like and making sure he's in a safe, clean environment. And then we'll go from there. But if he needs to see me, if Mr. Hicks needs to see me before the 22nd, then Ms. Cleveland, you know you can walk him in.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
All right, Mr. Hicks, I won't see you until the 22nd of February at 8:30.
Okay.
All right, take care, continue to do well. Very proud of you.
Okay, thank you. You have a blessed day again.
You too. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, that is it for the individuals. I do have a few more cases on my docket that I'd like to call at this time. I have Michael Collins, case number SP 95836, counts 1 and 2. Also, case number SP 9585372, and case numbers Z7948121 and 155573931. Who have Mr. Collins today?
I did, Your Honor. He is a face-to-face, and I have an appointment scheduled for him later on today to speak with him.
All right. Very good. Let me know how he's doing once you have that appointment, and what would be his return to court date?
On February 22nd, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Thank you. I also have Deandra Cook, case number Z785139, and case number 195061811. I think Deandra Cook is Mr. Griffin. Do we have a return to court date for her?
Yes, ma'am. Next court date is February 22nd.
All right, very good. And then I have Z8057111 and Z8057641, both for Gabrielle Dawson.
Okay, her next court date is February 22nd.
Very good. I have case number Z8060571 for Kimberly Porter.
Yeah, and Kimberly Porter, next court date is February 22nd.
Very good. I have the following cases for Chrislyn Reed, SP 870358, counts 1 and 2, and case number Z8059911.
Yes, Your Honor. Chrislyn, oh, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
Chrislyn Reed was a face-to-face today, and she is expecting my phone call after court, and she's doing well. February 22nd is her next court date for a Zoom hearing.
Wonderful. And then the last case that I have on my docket is for Marquita Walker, case number Z802232.
Yes, Your Honor, that's my case as well, and she was a face-to-face today, and she is scheduled to return in the Zoom hearing on February 22nd, 2021.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I have no other matters on my docket, and so I know that we are staffing today. It's 10:10. I don't know why we would need to wait until 2 o'clock unless there are some providers that are joining us for individuals who are in phase 1. I don't think that I have anybody on this docket that's in inpatient or outpatient treatment. And so I would like to staff earlier.
We agree, Judge.
Yes, Your
Yes, no, you agree with me, Mr. Fikens?
I do, Judge.
I'm also looking at Thursday's docket. I don't think I have the chart. Just find out who's conducting that, Mr. Griffin. All right, I don't know if we have providers coming. If we have providers coming, see if they can get on just a little bit earlier with us. If not, we'll have to come back at 2, but I want to staff the docket
Is
for
11,
Tuesday and Thursday.
11 good? What time did you?
Yes,
What time did you?
Mr. Reed, we can do, if we're gonna do 11, I need to do 11, like 11:15.
Unless you want to do 10:30, it's up to you.
I can do 10:30. That would put me in a better place. But you all let